Hello, dear students. In the previous lectures in metals, non-metals, following topics we have completed its introduction and what is metal, non-metal, their properties, which physical, chemical both. Like for metal we have done both kind of physical property as well as chemical property. In the same case we go with the non-metals. We studied the physical property and as well as chemical property. So this topic all comes in the introduction. You have already in several books already studied in the previous classes such properties. Okay. So what is the main topic actually of this chapter we are starting now? The topic is occurrence of metals, particularly first we are discussing. Does metals occur as it is in nature? So there is some word which is known as free state, native state you can say, okay, or pure form. Is there any metal which you can find in nature as it is? In these are the same meanings: free state, native state, pure form. So some metals, particularly like gold, silver, platinum, mercury. Okay, these are some metals you can get as it is in nature. Because why? Because they do not react. They do not react with. Do not reaction with moisture or air. They are not reacting particularly with them. That's why we can get them in free states like gold, silver, platinum for example. And that's why we call them as native elements. You can call them free state elements also, you can tell them. Okay, but all the other elements except them, like there are many: nickel, sodium, potassium, iron, copper, which of importance, quite important in day-to-day life, but they do not exist in free state. They find in combined form, or you can say as a compound, as a compounded form. So if we want to take them away, mean to say if we need them in pure form, so what? So for that we have to extract them. The process is extraction. We have to apply on them if we need them in pure form, because they cannot exist in nature in free state. These are, mean to say, many examples. Only these are a few one. Even mercury is not much found in free state. Gold you can find it in the free state, but the order is the same one. The gold, silver, platinum, they become lesser stable. Okay, gold is the stable element quite, which is not affected, so that you can find it in pure form. But the rest of elements like copper is also used in wiring. Iron, you know very well, used. A lot of equipment is made of iron in the households activities, but you cannot get them in pure form. So how we will discuss them? So for them first we need what? Minerals. Minerals mean to say region, particularly where some element exists, some element needed to extract, which is needed to extract. Exist is its or is its mineral. Okay, but there is another terminology word known as ore, particularly. Ore is what? Ore is actually mineral. Ore is a mineral from which metal that you needed to extract. Metal can be extracted economically and efficiently as well. And you can also say on commercial base. Mean to say you can extract it commercially from somewhere. That particular mineral is termed as ore. let's go with an example particularly, like I am taking the example of aluminium. Okay, so aluminium in nature exists in the form of Al2O3 2H2O. This is particular, the form is your bauxite known as, okay, ore of aluminium. But aluminium also exists in the form of the clay, mean to say this is clay, mitti, okay. But in this case, aluminium is not present in larger condition. Aluminium is not present in larger condition, okay, because silica is also present as an impurity there. We do not need this silica. But in bauxite, it is present in greater quantity. So it is better if we extract aluminium. If we need to extract aluminium, we will extract from the bauxite. That's why bauxite is a ore, but clay is not a ore. It's not a ore. But both are mineral. Okay, mineral is where your element exists. So that's why we can say that all minerals cannot be ore, or you can say all ores are mineral. But reverse is not true. Reverse is not true part. Okay, so we will first find out the ores, because we can extract elements needed to extract from those particularly. Okay, so you also have to learn some formulas of the different ores, particularly of some selective elements particularly, like if you go for manganese. Okay, so pyrolusite particularly is the ore, okay, from where you extract particularly this one. Zinc is zinc blende. Okay, aluminium we did right now. Aluminium what? Aluminium oxides is the formula is known as bauxite particularly. Bauxite. Your aluminium, then iron, you need to extract a lot for different elements. So hematite is the ore particularly. So some selective elements particularly, their ore name and their chemical formula you must have to learn particularly. Okay, so different particles. So this is the terminology particularly, that what do you mean by mineral? Mineral means to say where our metal is existing in nature. But the mineral from where it can be extracted economically, efficiently, or you can say commercially we are extracting it from somewhere. That particular mineral is known as your ore. Okay, you must know its name as well as its chemical formula. Okay. Now there's some another terminology also. We will do that terminology by step, that how we are extracting the elements. So there are general procedure first thing. Before that, I want to make you understand one more word, that is your metallurgy. Metallurgy. What do you mean by metallurgy? Metallurgy means to say all kind of processes, whether chemically, whether it is a chemical process, whether all kind of process, whether chemical or physical, all kind of process, whether chemical or physical, to extract metal in pure form are collectively known as metallurgy. Okay, whatever kind of process you are applying, a chemical process you are applying, heating you are doing electrical conductivity you are participating in them. Okay, you are washing the particularly, if you are doing the all process is termed as your metallurgy particularly. Okay, so now we will discuss general steps to extract, that is how will you extract, general step to extract a metal from its ore, because we will extract from ore, not from the mineral particularly. Okay, so the first step is that is also known as a dressing of ore. Okay, or you can say concentration of ore. Concentration of ore you have to do. This concentration of ore is also known with the name dressing. This is the first step. The second step is convert your metal to your metal oxides. Okay. Third step is reduction of metal oxide to metal. And at last, fourth step will be your purification. So generally you can explain the extraction of any element in these four steps. That first you will do the concentration of the ore, second you will convert your metal to metal oxides, in the next step you will do reduction of metal oxides to metal, then at last you will do purification. So today we will discuss about what do you mean by concentration of ore. Usually this is the first step we apply on any element extraction or metal extraction. In this step almost 80% impurities get removed in the first step, that is your concern. 80% impurities get removed in the first. Why? Because they are physically present impurities. Okay, 80% impurities get removed. Why? Because they are only physically present. So what is the different processes we apply? General processes. Okay, processes of you can say concentration of ore. Concentration of ore. I am explaining you. It is also known as you can say navigation. Okay, water or hydraulic washing, you can say hydraulic washing. What we did in this one, we took a ramp particularly, okay, in a slanted manner. So we put powdered ore over here. Suppose we take the ore, then we crushed it, then powdered ore is put it over here. Now we use a jet particularly from here, from where water is coming, water jet you can say. Okay. Now what you will see, either your impurities or which is having high density will remain over here, lower density will move with the water. So that's how you can separate by hydraulic washing or you can say navigation easily impurities from your ore. Okay, you will get your ore is concentrated state. The next step you can tell is a magnetic separation. But magnetic separation can be applied only on which have magnetic properties, like iron as an element which carries the magnetic property, in which what you do, you are having a belt on some roller belt, okay, two pulleys over which a belt is rolled. One is made magnetic. Suppose this particularly, this is magnetic. I put a magnetic pulley you can say. Okay. Now I put some powdered ore. Suppose from here powdered ore coming over here. Okay, and pulley is rotating in this direction. So when it comes to this pulley, okay, so which is not magnetic, which is impurities are not magnetic, so they will move with the pulley and fall over here. But your iron is magnetic, it will remain combined attached to the pulley and it will start collecting over here. So in this manner you can apply magnetic separation process to remove your impurities particularly. Okay. The another step you can want to discuss is your froth flotation. Froth flotation process. This is a chemical method. This one particular is chemical method. What we will do is this one. That suppose this is a particular place where is you having ore, so we dig it over here, okay, and cast our ore by using some roller or drillers. Okay, first we use some drillers and we cast our ore inside over here. Okay, in powdered first we will contain. Then we add some oil through some pipe. Okay, then we add oil. So now we will rotate the driller and a solution will get formed over here, mixture. So what will happen? It is usually applied on the sulfide ores particularly, this process, chemical process. That sulfide ore particularly is have habit or a property to attach to the oil particles. Suppose these are the oil particles. These are the oil particles and sulfide particles will attach to the surface. These sulfide particles start attaching on the surface. This is a property and the impurities will remain as it is suspended. Now we will blow some air. A pipe we will take another air we will blow. Now the froth comes and they start appearing on the surface. Froths will come on the surface and your particles remain stick to it. So now we will remove the froths from there and our ore gets separated from the impurities. Impurities are left behind particularly. So this is a process. These are the some general processes for the concentration. Mean to say physical impurities you removing from them. Okay. So in today's topic we discussed that how metals are occurring in nature, in native state, free state or in combined form. In combined form, what are the various methods to general steps? This is your concentration, then oxidation, then reduction, then purification. Then we started with the first step and some general processes we had did today. So today is your homework is regarding reading up to the topic we did. Okay. The next. Your homework is sort out 10 questions as well as their answer in your rough notebook. Okay, thank you.